My name's Jeff Hefner. I work at Blackpod. I am one of the All-True Product Support Leads. In this video, we'll cover some of the common tasks you'll have to do once merchandise has been implemented. Some of the common tasks include updating inventory, adding or updating the UPC barcode, and making items inactive, or deleting ones that you haven't sold before. The first task we're going to do is updating inventory. So maybe I've got a new shipment in from my vendor. I need to say I've got an additional 50 shirts on hand. So I'm going to begin on the home page. I'm going to click merchandise in the toolbar. And then I'm going to click merchandise search. And I'm just going to look for the merchandise item I need to update. In this case, I'm going to use Giver Shirt. I've gotten a few more back in stock. This is the merchandise item landing page, and I can see that right now for inventory I have 47 kids blues. I actually now have an additional 3, so I have a total of 50. I'm just going to highlight the row I want to edit, and I can either double click or I can click edit. And then I would just change the quantity to the new quantity. While we're on the screen, we're going to also cover updating the UPC barcode. If you know what the barcode is, or it's changed since the last time you had this item on hand, then you can just come in here and you can scan the barcode and it will automatically populate this field. This helps when you're selling the merchandise item from the sales screen. Instead of having to type in the UPC manually, you can just scan it with the hand scanner and it'll bring up the item. The last thing we're going to go over is making an item inactive. I always recommend not deleting merchandise. If you ever sold it, ever might think of selling it again, just make it inactive if you're done selling it for right now. To make an item inactive, I'm going to start on the merchandise landing page. I'm going to find the merchandise item I want to make inactive. In this case, I'm going to say I no longer have my 2011 calendars. And then on the left, I'm just going to choose Mark Merchandise Inactive. And as you can see, the status is now to inactive. If I need to find this item, if I go back to the merchandise search, there's a checkbox on the search whether I want to include inactive items or not. So there it is, even with, when it's set to include inactive, and then when I search again, it's no longer there because we set it to inactive. Once again, we recommend setting the item to inactive if you're no longer going to sell it. The only time you would use delete merchandise item is if you put it in there in error. Like maybe someone told you were going to sell it and you aren't actually going to sell it, then you would delete the merchandise item. Other than that, you should always be using making it inactive.